Hello and welcome to another Tamar Talks Media video. For today I am going to be going into more detail about my extensive research into the 2009 crime film Public Enemies with Johnny Depp and Christian Bale. In this video I'm basically, like in all the others, I'm going to be talking about how this film fits in with or doesn't fit in with the conventions of the crime genre. And also I might go into a little bit more detail about the basics that I went to, that I talked about up there. So away we go, I suppose, and let's get this going. I'm going to be showing you throughout this video 3 different clips that I feel just back up my points a little bit more. So if it suddenly swaps from my face to Johnny Depp's face, you know why. It is meant to happen. We are sort of on the same level anyway, so you know. And so the first convention that I feel that this film fits into is the fact that there's a lot of fighting in it. This clip that I am showing to you now shows you a bank robbery that happens during the film, and as you can see, I wouldn't really call it fighting, it's more sort of violence, but it's a sort of fighting. So fighting and violent, but they're both sort of, you know, the same thing, and they both fit in with the convention of the crime genre. So it is quite violent, and as you can see here, he's beating up anyone he sees and shooting things and just intimidating all the people around them. Another convention that I feel that this fits into is actually that it is quite gory, so there's a lot of like blood and stuff. So I've got another clip to show you, and basically during this clip Melvin Purvis, who is played by Christian Bale, is actually chasing Pretty Boy Floyd through a forest, orchard, something like that, and he does actually eventually kill him. And as you can see as I'm playing it, the film does actually show the shooting and the basically killing of Pretty Boy Floyd, which is, don't know about you, but something I find quite gory. So yeah, that fits in with the conventions really.
Floyd! Halt!
Across the ocean, they had shackles on their legs. Across the ocean, they had shackles on their legs. Don't know where they're where they've been. Don't know where they're going. Don't know where they've been.
Melvin, look out! Pretty Boy Floyd, you're under arrest.
It's Charles Floyd. Who are you?
Melvin Purvis, Bureau of Investigation. And where's your friend, Harry Campbell?
I believe you killed me. So you can go right in hell. Across the ocean, they had shackles on their legs. Food was bad, food was rancid, but they ate it anyway.
I think also another convention that this film actually fits into is that all the characters are very materialistic, especially John Dillinger, who's played by Johnny Depp. He just wants more and more money, and quite a lot of the other characters that you see throughout the film just want money. They're there for the money, that's all they want. They'll get it and they'll go because they're that materialistic, and that's obviously something that does fit into the conventions of a crime genre, because obviously criminals, especially bank robbers, all they want to do is get money and go, and then go get more money, and that's all they're focused on, is getting more and more money. So I think this film sort of portrays that really well. This film doesn't really use the typical, well, I don't think it uses the typical actors of the crime genre, because you've got Johnny Depp and Christian Bale and Channing Tatum. I mean, you don't really usually see him robbing a bank. It's also got Marion Marion Cotillard. I'm probably not saying that right, but please forgive me. That's one convention that this film doesn't actually stick with, and that is the typical actors that are usually used. Throughout this film you get to see the protagonists and the antagonists. Obviously the protagonists being the law and Melvin Purvis, and the antagonists being the bank robbers, including John Dillinger, him being the antagonist. And also, as the in a typical cat and mouse chase, Melvin Purvis is actually after John Dillinger, and that I think sort of portrays as well that the crime doesn't pay, because that's always the amount of times I always talk about it. Crime doesn't pay, you know, and they portray that in this film, which is good. Give yourself a massive pat on the back, Michael Mann. In this film as well, like I said, there's a character that is played by Marion Cotillard. That lady. I think she's used sort of as the sex symbol in the film, because she's quite, although she's portrayed to be poor, she's quite likes to keep her appearance up, and I personally think her character is mainly there just to, you know, attract people to the film a bit more, really. And you can see that in this clip here is where you sort of first get to see Marion Cotillard's character, and it's basically having a conversation at a table, and they both sort of go into their, like, not backstories, but they just talk about themselves a little bit, as if they're on an awkward first date, really.
You could have made up a story.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's a serious thing to say to a girl you just met.
I know you.
Well, I don't know you. I haven't been any place.
Well, some of the places I've been ain't so hot. Where I'm going is a whole lot better. You wanna come along?
Boy, you are in a hurry.
If you were looking at what I'm looking at, you'd be in a hurry too.
Well, it's me they're looking at this time.
You're beautiful.
They're looking at me because they're not used to having a girl in their restaurant in a $3 dress.
Listen, doll. That's because they're all about where people come from. The only thing important is where somebody's going.
Where are you going?
Anywhere I want. Let's get out of here.
The final thing that I found about this film is that most of the men like to keep themselves and their appearances very slick and always on point, fleek, if you will. As you can see by the pictures that are being shown, both John Dillinger and Melvin Purvis both always wear suits, always have their hair in the style of the era with the slicked back greased look, and they're always wearing hats and ties and waistcoats and suits, the whole shebang really. And I think that that's quite different really, because usually most criminals they're not really portrayed as being proud of their appearance, whereas these two characters at least are quite clearly very proud and like to keep themselves looking good. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I sort of made sense a little bit more, hopefully, or that you understood me really, basically. So yeah, like I said, that's it, and I will probably most definitely see you in my next extensive research video. And so until then, goodbye. Oh dear.